Oh, Amiya, hello, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes, right? I'm checking my calendar. Hi, oh, Amiya. This is your Dreamwaving, hot chalky drinking, scarf wearing, Spider Mama, Amiya Aranha. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Hi, everyone. Welcome in, you guys. I didn't make this, by the way. This I got from someone. The link's in the description. Same with the hot chocolate. I'm not actually drinking hot chocolate right now, by the way. I have more throat coat tea, more echinacea with honey again. So delicious. The Choco Loco. What is Choco Loco? You know, I'm not drinking hot chocolate today, but I do have some hot chocolate related DIY gifts, if you can believe that. I have by the way, I don't know if anyone's gonna be interested in making any of these gifts, but if you like to hear me nerd out about like sewing and crafting and stuff like that, then this is a good stream for that. But hopefully you can get some ideas. I will warn you guys, it's very like Pinterest mom core. Cause me and my mom love doing crafts together, so pretty much all of these crafts I have done at some point myself or something very, very similar to them. Yeah, spider mom core. Yeah. Very hallmark. There's a lot of variety. I tried putting a lot of variety and thinking about a lot of different types of people who might be giving gifts and who might be getting gifted the gifts. So, is my mom a Pinterest mom? I mean, Pinterest was like not around when me and my siblings were young, so she's not like a Pinterest mom. But when Pinterest started becoming a thing, she did enjoy Pinterest very much. I'm also a Pinterest mom, yes. I am. So I hope I can help you guys find some good ideas. And if you don't care about this sort of thing, then you can just hear me nerding out about crafts and stuff for a little while. It will be a shorter stream today. God willing. Because I have to go to the pharmacy later before it closes. So, yeah. I don't know if the presentation is actually shorter than normal though. It probably will be. If you guys have any questions along the way, you can ask me and I will answer them. I'm a crafting genius. Even if I've never ran into the problem or had that question before, I can probably still answer it. I can probably still answer it for you. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go pick up some prescriptions. I had my call with my doctor this morning, which was good. I woke up on time, in case anyone was wondering. I had a really crazy dream last night, though. A really crazy dream. Let me say hi to everyone, and then I will tell you guys about it. Hello to Cyber Soldier and Kevin and Mano Mao and Batsu and Marv and Turbo and DJ and Pudstorm and Gildian and hello Gudane and Banana Cup and AX and Sturm and Mephi and Koala Slime and Shino and Seek and Matthew and Ohamiya Tukonki and Scott and No Fun Zone and Wilson and K7 and Iron Stag. Why? Hello Flanum and Mouse and Electronic Pig and hello Megu and Hero and FC and Railgun only my Railgun Gadget Masugu. Hello to Lurkers and VOD Watchers too. Ohamiya to Husar and Andy and JD Assassin and Tomo and Cat Bus. Oh, by the way, this stream is, I guess, kind of outside of my normal wheelhouse. But kind of all these Christmas-themed streams will probably be a little bit outside of, not my wheelhouse, but like what I normally do on this channel. So I hope you still enjoy. I am an expert in this stuff, though. I can assure you that. Hello Hinge and Noah and Indecisive and Gento and Everfall and Phanology and Pyrie and Shook the House and Shadow Bee and Peppermint. Hello to Papita and Blau and JP and Riding Soul and Asagal and Mauricio. Hello Temple Paradox and John and Yona. Hello to Nanita and Ayan and Michi Man and hello Callan and Mab and Nexel and Shugo. Hello to Roketo Kato and Strato. Hello Michael and Domingo and Yuko and Silvermint and Akatsuki. And hello to Maxter and Gilles and Mr. Front and Bran and Mr. Beardy Face. And hello to Guile and Frozen Shadow King. Whoa. Now that's too neat. Hello to Cupcake Warrior and Starwheel Pig and Cecil. And hello Callie Nerfer and Neo Joe Shizzle and Eki Bert. And Ohamiya to Hiders and Phoenix and Rosa Kanan. And hello to Chaos Muffins. And hello to Movit and Sora and Uncle Red and Chrome Davis. And yes, DIY hot chocolate. You guys will see. You guys will see. Hello, Carlos, Danger, and where was I? Oh, there we go. Hello, Lazam and my little Roni. And Cyrus and Deathwind and Galactica and Mofu. And hello to Bam Bam Bam. I don't know where I was. Hello Tetera and Momotaros and Liquid Cat and Peace Out and Salted Sid and Prussian Bot. And hello to Aldirin and Roy and JR and Carmack. And hello to Jazz Bass. And if I missed anyone, just let me know. Sometimes this thing is so broken. Like CGI Link, did I say hi to you? I wish it was more reliable. Hi Jazz Bass and Sneaky Alt and Psycho and Slingo. My day was good. I got early start to my day, but you know, had an Americano, so I'm all hyped up on caffeine. Hello Smoker Mega Drive and Smashes and Nugget and Miller and Rai and Helly and Blue Horizon. And Flash Tirade and Korgoth and Darth and Red Ranger. You bought your glue stick for craft time. It does not taste very good. That's because it's for crafting, not for tasting. Yeah, goof. Also, I don't recall any of these that require a glue stick or even a hot glue gun. Hi Turner. Probably some of them you could use glue for, but I probably wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, goof. Yeah, doofus. Alright. Sorry, you're not a doofus. I shouldn't have said that. That's so rude. Alright. I have my presentation already. This took me a long time to put together. I hope you guys like it. You might have seen some of these DIYs before. Okay, but I picked the best of the best. Hello, Ken. How can you call crafts if it doesn't involve copious amounts of spider string hot glue? Because this is elevated crafts. This is high class. Hello, Fuggington. You guys are gonna think it's so funny when I get to the first slide and I'm telling you it's high class. Hi. Oh. I forgot I need to be over here. Hi. I'm Ami. In case you don't know me, and I love DIYing stuff. All the projects here I have made or something very similar to them. And I have stuff. I try to put stuff for all skill levels. But I try to keep things as simple as possible. So if you think you can't make handmade stuff, I think that I will surprise you by having something that you will be able to make. I love giving handmade gifts. And usually I'd be nervous about giving something that I made because, you know, I have like low self-confidence. But I know they're great gifts because I also love receiving handmade gifts. And I feel like they feel so special. And I really especially like receiving consumable things, you know, because or giving consumable things, even because like I don't know, even if someone has it already, it's consumable, so you can always have more, you know. So most of the stuff requires materials that you'll most likely not have just like lying around, unless you're a really crafty person like me. Like I do actually have most of this stuff lying around. But I try to include as many as possible that use materials that are easy to get or that you might already have. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with some points of interest, not gasoline, like food or like stuff that you can use and it goes away. Health potions. You're bad at choosing gifts at the store, so DIY gifts is go-to for you. Oh, do you do them often? Besides, this is a kerosene stream. Okay, we like kerosene here. Liquor and smoke. I don't know if I call that a DIY gift. Alright. Here are some places of interest. How about it? So this picture is so blurry, I don't know why, but places you might want to check out to get stuff for these gifts. The thrift store, the dollar store, craft store, plus maybe your house, plus maybe also the grocery store / Walmart. Okay, that's first. You're gonna wanna like hopefully have one of these stores. You cannot go to my house to get stuff. I, with all the respect and love in the world, would be very, very scared if you guys showed up in my web. Hi, Vegito and Mighty Egg Roll. Dollar store is no longer a dollar. Some of this stuff is. Depends. Scan gaslight you into thinking these are all Planet Ami only stores. No, I know. I actually went on my way to make sure that I only put stores that are you know, not Planet Ami exclusive. Okay, so back off. My house in the middle of my house. Fuzzy Lumpkin, what is that? Do not stand outside my door singing Yuletide symphonies. Do not do that. The freezer is a teleporter to the Ami web. That's the only reason we're always in there. As long as... yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I guess. As long as it's just the freezer. Hi, Lava. Alright. So then, there you go. There's places you might need to check out. There's also Michael's for craft store. There's also Walmart. Has a lot of crafting stuff and has a lot of the stuff that you might get. Do they sell trees for $1 at the Dollar Tree, or is it a scam? They probably have like tiny fake trees. Yeah? Hello, Big Simp. Alright. First one is very, very easy, very, very, very lazy mode. Okay. First gift ideas is food. Wow. So, if you're like me, you like consumables. It's some of the best gifts that you can get and the best gifts that you can give. And it doesn't matter if someone already got the same thing, like I said earlier, because, you know, you can always have more because you can consume it. It doesn't go out of fashion. Usually it doesn't go out of season. Usually they last for a long time. You have to worry about, of course, any kind of food products going bad. But, you know, they're pretty longevitous. Something like that. So, an obvious choice for consumables is to make something yourself. But if you have zero experience with baking or making food in general, if you're not too good at it, if you're not confident that you can make something look nice to put inside a gift, it could be frightening. But I got some easy stuff to start off with, so stay tuned. Hi Riley. Okay, so hello Bomber. So here, this is the easy mode, okay? And I'm gonna introduce you to one of our best friends when it comes to DIYing stuff and just like packaging stuff in general. Is jars, specifically mason jars, because you can get them at the grocery store, but you can also get them at the thrift store. Because there's just like that. I don't know what it is about the thrift store, but my local thrift stores have like thousands and thousands of mason jars, and they're like 99 cents each. Some of them don't have a lid, but some of them do. Hello, Bebop. Put hot cocoa, hot water, and marshmallows in a bag and place the bag in a cup. The perfect gift. Well, you shouldn't put water in the bag, cause then, that you're already making the hot chocolate, and it's probably not gonna stay. The bag is probably not watertight, and by the time you give it to someone, probably they're not gonna. Don't prepare it ahead of time for them. So yeah, mason jars. So you can get them very inexpensively. You can also get them at grocery stores and sometimes dollar stores. I know my dollar store has had them before. Or like some kind of similar jar. And yes, my family always used mason jars and salsa jars and stuff like that as cups when I was younger, so they're good for that too. Hi Korak! I'm a listener audience. I'm a procrastinator at heart. We all are. Kind of thing is nice since people don't feel like they have to eat them right away. There's already a ton of food around the holidays. Exactly. So, a good option is also mugs, which are really, really easy to find at thrift stores, or dollar stores for that matter. And you can place baggies of stuff inside them. Preferably something nice looking, like a cellophane bag with a little ribbon tied around it. So these ones are easy. You're basically just assembling ingredients in a bag, and then the person who you're giving the stuff to is doing all the work of actually making it. So in the case of this one, they'll have to add like eggs, milk, or butter. But you can give them the dry ingredients for any kind of cookie recipe you can find. Oh, Akatsuki, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Please say thank you if you got that one from Akatsuki. I've seen an M&M jar before, but what do you do with the powdered sugar and flour? You don't do anything with it. Also, it's not powdered sugar, it's like brown sugar. So this would be like an M&M gem cookie mix, right? So you got your flour, your salt, your baking powder, all your dry ingredients. And then you got your brown sugar. And then you put some festive M&Ms or whatever kind of candy or chocolate chips or whatever you want to put in the cookies up here. And then this will have instructions for how to add the eggs and milk and butter and junk, and how to bake it and what temperatures. You can just get any cookie recipe from online and put it in a jar, and then they'll make it. But you might have to scale the recipe down to get it to fit inside of a jar, so you might have to like half it or something. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Xmas! Happy Xmas! That's a British thing, right? To say Happy Christmas. Take a jar filled with live buckle, seal it in place, and place a pretty ribbon on it. That's if you're giving a gift to me. Dump into a mixing bowl, add the liquid, and there you go. Pretty great. Exactly. It's very, very simple. Could be any kind of instructions if you want to be really fun. Yeah, you could make it seem like you're making a magic potion. So yeah, it's a pre-measured cookie mix. Any recipes I like, if it were me doing this, I would do something like universally liked. I think M&M like gem cookies are pretty safe. Also oatmeal chocolate chip, things like that. Probably not a normal sugar cookie recipe because it doesn't look as like pretty in the jar with all the layers, you know. You really want something with the different, like the white at the bottom and then the brown sugar, or you know, sugar, and then you want something colorful on top to make it look pretty. So I would recommend making this one exactly as it is. Hi Seth Green! We use both happy and merry in the UK. Also Christmas or Xmas. I remember Christina Aguilera, people used to call her X-Tina. Anyway. So, even easier than that, the cookie mix, is hot chocolate in a cute mug. So this is one of the variations of hot chocolate I have. I have another one too on the next page. So you put in your hot chocolate mix, and then you put in whatever mix-ins. You can put marshmallows or crushed candy canes, or you can put caramels that will melt easily inside the hot chocolate, so they're really like soft caramels that you get in like the plastic wrapping. Something like that. And then you would put that in like a little cellophane baggie. And then you would use ribbon to tie it up. And probably you also want to use some tape before you put the ribbon on, just to make sure it's extra secure. And then you can tie the ribbon on really tight. And if you want to add some extra goodies to this cookie one, you can also grab like some little measuring spoon set from like the dollar store or something, and you can also thread it through this little ribbon here, right? And then that's a nice little tool to have, and they can use it to measure out their ingredients also, and it makes it look cuter and like more complete. And yeah, does the X make it cool or something? No, it's just like Chris, you know. Crisscross. They give to me a magic invisibility potion one mason jar style, but I can't find it for the life of me. Yeah, cellophane, not cell phone. Cellophane bags you can get at craft stores, or you can get at like the dollar store. Can you just get a spoonful from the jar and eat it directly? Eat hot chocolate mix? I mean, you could. I don't know if that's a thing that people do. You didn't know that? You can also get cellophane wrapping. So that's why people wrap... if you've ever seen the big gift bags with like muffins and chocolates and coffee and all that stuff in them, people wrap those in cellophane. You can get big rolls of it. So yeah. And then... Oh yeah, the kind of ribbon you want to use. You usually want to get this like cheapo... you can see it down here. This like cheapo plastic ribbon. The kind that they use for balloons and stuff. And you can get them, again, at the craft store, at Walmart, at the dollar store. Using saran wrap probably isn't ideal. Even rather than using saran wrap. Honestly, if you have to go in that direction, if you can't find cellophane, here's what you'd want to do. You want to put the mixture in a Ziploc baggie. And then you'd want to put that baggie upside down. Actually, it doesn't have to be upside down. It shouldn't be upside down, actually, because you don't want the top of the bag to show. So put that in another baggie, and then flip that upside down and put that in your mug. And that way, the like ugly Ziploc part is at the bottom. And you don't see that stuff. You can also do custom tea mix instead of a hot cocoa one if it's for someone that likes tea a bit more. Yeah, that's true. Probably a little bit more difficult to find the ingredients, but you could for sure do that. Avoid being near cellophane factories. They stink. Yeah, I feel like burning plastic is stinky. And you can also put a custom mug, which I will show you about later. Yeah, so that's my suggestion if you can't find cellophane or don't want to. So yeah, the plastic ribbon. Here's where I was going with this. You can tie it into a bow really easily, and you can also curl it up really, really cutely. There's videos you can find. Just Google ribbon curling tutorial, and you can find a video. But basically, you just place the ribbon on your finger, place the blade of a scissors over it, and then you pull the ribbon through really quickly. And it'll get all curled up, and it's so cute and easy. And I knew how to do it since I was like 6 years old. You can definitely do it. Find a store that sells powder in bulk and yoink some of the plastic bags. Oh, I wouldn't officially recommend that, but you probably could, yeah. Very crafty, right? Yeah, so that's a really easy way and a pretty way to make a fun ribbon. I feel like Martha's store right now. Hi, little bird. Okay. So next one. Suddenly easy mode though. Even further easy mode, alright. Hi, CR. You got one of those mug bouquets last year. It was a great gift. There you go, guys. There you go. Testimony. I feel like freaking Martha's store right now. Okay. Even easier. Don't want to get a bunch of ingredients and put them in a jar. Get a bunch of these like mini metal cookie cutters. Actually, you know, I think I've seen tutorials online for people to make custom cookie cutters as well. Hold on. Yes, there's totally ways you can make your own custom cookie cutters. You can just print out a template, and then this one suggests using an oven liner. The metal one is like aluminum, and then you can just shape it around that template, and it's gonna be sharp, but you can fold the sharp edges in. So yeah, if you can't find little small cookie cutters that will fit in a jar like this, then you could try making some. Hi Vanished. Could 3D print if you're into that sort of thing. Rented cookie cutters. Actually, there are some stores that will rent you cake tins and cookie cutters, but I wouldn't suggest giving those away as gifts. But if you want to make cookies for someone and you don't have cookie cutters, you actually can usually go to baked goods stores and they will rent that sort of stuff to you. Or I should say like bulk goods stores usually have that sort of thing. So here's some variations on the previous one. You got your cookie cutters inside the jar, and you got your recipe card. Preferably this would be something that would cut out well and doesn't a cookie that doesn't spread too much. Some cookies spread a lot, like you know peanut butter cookies for example. That's gonna melt down and spread a lot in the oven. You want to put a recipe for something like a gingerbread or a cookie cut or sugar cookies. Oh, I'm too excited. I can't talk. Hi, Dan Prime. Most 3D printer filament is not food safe at all. It needs to be sealed. Plus the layers hide bacteria really badly, so be careful. Hear that? Be careful, you guys. I don't know anything about 3D printing. Snickerdoodles do spread. Yeah, you're gonna want like a sugar cookie or gingerbread or something like that. Hi, Mia Tori. And then here's a variation on the hot chocolate. This one's more luxurious. Okay, because you melt your milk chocolate and then you pour the milk chocolate into an ice cube tray, and then you just stick a wooden spoon in there. And then you add whatever mix-ins you want over the top. You can add marshmallows or I don't know, like some soft caramels or hello Rex and you want and you'll remote. And then you put those on top of the chocolate, and then you put that in the fridge to set, and then once it's set, you can just pull it out. And then you can wrap that in cellophane and put a ribbon around it, and you got a nice little single serving hot chocolate. What the person would do is they would pour some very hot milk into their mug, and then they just put the spoon in and stir it around, and there you go. You got some luxurious hot chocolate. So the hot chocolate that it makes is very good, but it does leave some like chocolate particles. Like I find that it doesn't usually dissolve completely. So if that's something you don't want people to like see, then you know you might wanna go with the other method instead. Cute, right? And you can put it in hot coffee too. You can make a mocha coffee. It just have to be pretty hot. You probably want to put the milk in after, if you're gonna suggest they do that. You could just eat it off the spoon. That's also true. It kind of defeats the purpose of having it on a spoon, but the hard balls always leave a sludge. Not my favorite. Yeah. So if you don't want like the particulate, I recommend going with the pre-made hot chocolate powder. But this does taste really good. I do like it, and I have had it before. You ate it off the spoon. What about glue? Don't eat glue. How many times I gotta tell you? Oh, by the way, this is not Ami Sensei today. Okay, this is DIY Craft Spider Mom. Martha Stewart. Ami. Hi, Terigion. That's a good strat. It's a good strat. But tangy is glue tangy. I thought it must be like salty. Anyway. Food. Just straight up food. Martha Ami Stewart? No, because that makes me think of Stuart Little for some reason. Martha Spider, Marty Stewartiana. Martami. Amiya. DIY Crafts on Spider-Man, Martha Yastuanya. I don't know if I like that. So, if you're not afraid of cooking, well, first of all, this isn't even really cooking. It's very easy to make. Kaiser wins. Chocolate bark. Chocolate bark is by far the easiest, like, sweet related food that you can give to someone for Christmas. It's just melted chocolate with a bunch of stuff on top, and then you like break it into pieces, and then you can put it in a nice bag, and it's kind of like peanut brittle, but it's a lot easier to make and a lot easier to handle. Peanut brittle is making candy, right? So you have to heat up sugar to like a specific temperature. You need to mess around with the candy thermometer and all that. With chocolate bark, you don't need to do that. So you just melt your chocolate, you spread it on parchment paper lined cookie sheet, and then you put whatever toppings you like. And then once it's fully set, you can just pick it up and you can drop it a couple times to break it apart, or you can just break it by hand. Just be careful handling it, cause you know, it can melt in your hands. Hello, Gattai Heroes. The thing though about chocolate is it can look a little bit dull if you don't heat it to the right temperature, which is called tempering chocolate. It will still taste just fine, but it won't look like a shiny chocolate bar if you don't temper it. So you can also use these things called candy melts. So they are gosh, what are they consisted of? It's like hydrogenated fat and cocoa powder and like flavoring and stuff like that, I think. So they don't taste as nice as chocolate, a little bit more waxy, but they're a lot easier to melt and, you know, less risk of burning and stuff, and they'll set completely shiny. Hello, Demand and Bubon. I mean, you're dropping some insanely good knowledge already. I'm so happy. Your mom would love to melt those chocolate caramel things between a pretzel and a pecan. Oh my god, my mom did that too. Is that how the girl at Anime's donk up making Valentine's chocolates? Probably, yeah. They probably burn it, or they accidentally get water in it so it seizes up or something like that. Yeah. So, if you want to get real fancy, also. Oh hi Ryusai, I missed you. I was going off. If you want to get real fancy, you can do 2 layers of chocolate. So all you'd have to do is spread one and then put it in the fridge to set. And then once it's set, you can spread the next layer on top. And that way you can do combinations of chocolate. You can do like white and milk chocolate or milk and dark chocolate. And like I said, you can use candy melts instead. The good thing about candy melts too is that they have some color and flavor varieties. You can get like mint flavored ones, and they come in all kinds of different colors. Like, I'm not even talking just like red, yellow, and blue. I'm talking like pink, navy, orange, black, you know, all kinds of different colors they come in. And you can get them usually at, you know, grocery stores, or I think even Michael's has them, or bulk food stores will normally have them as well. Hello, Necrotic! So here are some ideas I put together for the toppings, so flavor combos. So, here's a s'more one. So you got your crushed up graham cracker and your marshmallows. Delicious. And then you got your sweet and salty. This one is, you know, some crushed up pretzels and some caramel chocolate bar pieces. You can chop it with a knife and just sprinkle that on top. And then the candy cane, which is the classic, which I love. Tempering is a challenge, but nothing beats that perfect snap when you get it right. For sure. But if you're a little new to, you know, baking and making sweets and stuff, then it might be a little bit scary. But your chocolate doesn't have to be tempered. It will still taste just fine. Hi, Pete Taco. Seal the s'mores on because graham crackers love to absorb ambient moisture. Yeah. Seal that up. You thought Michael's only had stuff that looked like food? No, Michael's has a lot of cake decorating stuff. In fact, my mom once took a cake decorating course at Michael's, and they sold everything you need pretty much. They have the cans and the piping bags and tips, and they have the candy melts, and they have frosting and fondant and sprinkles and all this stuff. So if you've never looked in like the baking equipment section of Michael's, I recommend looking. Don't go unless you have coupons though. Yeah, unless you can get at least 30% off, which you always can. So yeah, these ones you can put in a cellophane baggie. You can tie it up with ribbon, or you can put it in a nice metal tin if you have one. Or you can just put them in a Ziploc baggie and then put them in a nice festive cardboard box, and it will be delightful. 1 second here, you guys. Some of my notes got cut off, so I want to make sure that optimal? Are you talking about that saltine holiday brittle? A family member makes it every year. It's so good. No, I'm not. That's the one with the saltine crackers and the caramel and the chocolate, right? That is so good. That's called... Okay, they call it Christmas crack. So if you want to make that, it's so delicious, sweet and salty. Google Christmas crack. Hello, Trash Jazz. DIY is my go-to plan for gifts this year as things slightly tighter financially than I like currently. Well, you're at the right place. They hand out 50% coupon like candy because they know it's all overpriced. It's true, yeah. Do not spend money at Michael's unless you have a coupon. You didn't want to say it? No, that's okay. That's what it's called if you want to look up a recipe. Hold on, I'm just grabbing my notes because some of them are cut off. I mean, all this stuff is in my head, but you know, just in case. Oh yeah, the festive cardboard boxes on Amiflare, they have them at like the at like Hi Fiero and Kyoku. They have them at like the dollar store. But if you want to go rustic with it, you can get like a brown gift box and then just put some ribbon around it, be real cute. Or some what is called raffia. Which is like very Pinterest mom core, but it's like this like straw tie. Or you can use any kind of twine and stuff, you know. Also, it's very rustic, very country, I guess. That's what makes Santa so jolly. Yeah. You Googled the wrong thing and now you're hitting the FBI out your door. What? Stop, what did you Google? Pralines. Pralines are great. I think that's another thing that's more like candy, right? Either go curry and job. See, I feel like you need a candy thermometer for that. I really want to make some pretzel bark pieces for someone this year. Do it. They're gonna love it. With the caramel and the salt and the pretzels, so delicious. I mean, unbuckles like prawns too, slurping each other's brains and all. Oh, prawns are the brain one, yeah. I never realized how much you need an Ami dorky about DIY before today. Please tell me if you need me to slow down or if you have any questions. I'll answer everything, okay? Okay. Alright. Okay. Next one. This is food, but it's on a more savory side. Hi, Naiko. So, this is it's more of an ingredient, to be honest, or a seasoning than a food in and of itself. But I actually bought something. It's not bird feeding. I bought something very similar to this store-bought from my dad. It was like a smoked sea salt, and he really liked it. So he was overjoyed, actually. Hi, Konshin and Archangel. So I thought I'd include this if you know someone who likes to cook. This is herb-infused salt. So you can use it to season things, or it's also called finishing salt. There's lots of different recipes for it, but hello, Chris. This is another really good use for mason jars, or, you know, a jar that's like this, that's sealed like this with this little stopper thingy. Hi, Dusty and James Pod. Thank you for the 23 months, James Pod. The best Christmas gift is being able to watch Amiya be great. Wow, we got it early. Aww. The finished buckle salt, yeah, you can use it to season buckles. You have tons of mason jars too, and they're so easy to get at thrift stores. So for this, you need some coarse kosher salt or sea salt. You need some herbs, fresh herbs that you like, or that the person you're giving it to will like, and you chop those up very fine. And then you need some garlic cloves. You chop those up pretty fine as well. And you need well, you don't need, but you can also put in things like lemon zest. So yeah, chop up the herbs really fine, mix it, and the garlic, and mix them together. And then you spread that all out into a baking sheet on parchment paper, and make sure it's as thin as layer as possible. And then you can grate some lemon zest on top, and then you have to bake it at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, or until the herbs and the salt is all dry. And then if the herbs are all dry, it's supposed to be able to last for about a year. So, you know, you can use them on french fries or fish or chicken or steak or whatever they would like. Oh my god. Buying mason jars at a thrift store is a gateway to a crippling mason jar addiction. Well, you can also use them to drink out of too, you know. Can we make our own salt if we have some spare sodium and chloride lying around? If you're a chemist? Maybe. Growing gangs of hipster have snatched up all the drugs from thrift stores, unfortunately. Maybe in your area. In my area, there's like too many. There's like too many. There'll be like a whole aisle of just mason jars. But you can also just buy them new at the grocery store. I mean, they are for canning stuff, like canning jams and pickles and stuff like that, but you can use them for whatever. Can you use packaged herbs if you can't get fresh? You could. It probably wouldn't be as tasty, and you wouldn't need to dry it out in the oven. But yeah, you could definitely. Some spare yeah, what wait. Sodium what? Never mind. I'm gonna stop saying names of chemicals. I don't know what the heck these things make. Alright. Oh, and also, if you're not comfy deciding on the herb ratios yourself, there is lots of recipes online. You just want to Google herb salt or herb finishing salt, stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So, that's the savory stuff. Next, we're moving on to stuff that's still very easy to make, still involves mason jars, but could be given to somebody who you think really needs to relax, or really likes to relax, or really enjoys what's the word I'm looking for? Taking a bath. Mayhaps a spider, mayhaps. Pair with some peaches for a soulful combo. Peaches and salt. Are they? Your wife and I have gotten into making rolled oats recipes in mason jars recently. Taking a what? Taking a bath. Yeah, and make sure they can take a bath. There are some alternatives if they only have a shower. There are these things called... Well, I'll describe them to you when I get to the part that is kind of related. So bath salts. Very simple to make, and yet very luxurious. And lovely. And the ingredients are super easy to find. So you want 1 part baking soda. Wait, I should look at my notes before just getting into... getting into the whole... actual... recipe. Bath products. They're not a very easy thing to make, and they use very few ingredients usually, and moms love them. Moms love them. If you're not familiar with different bath products, I personally like things like scrubs. That's something you can make yourself. Bath bombs, bath salts, anything that adds a nice aroma to the bath or to the shower. No, you don't have to send this stuff to me. Hi, Griff Graphics. Oh, you have a question? Baking soda is very, very useful, yes. You cannot use bouillon cubes, no. I like you calling them consumables like they're RPG items. They are. What are Epsom salts? Epsom salts are just bath salts. They're usually sold in like a box in the like the bath stuff category of your grocery store or drugstore. It is not edible. They're usually sold in like a milk carton type of thing. Don't eat it. It's for taking a bath. And nothing else as far as I know. You made soap as well. Soap is very difficult to make, but there is a thing you can get at craft stores called melt and pour soap. Which you just melt it and then you pour it into a mold, and then bam bing bam boom, you got soap. Does bath bombs work in the shower? They don't, but I will show you guys some... What did I just turn on here? A timer? No, I don't want that. I will tell you guys about an alternative to bath bombs that can be used in the shower that you can find recipes for online. Where was I? Oh yeah, our friend the Mason Jar is here to help us again with the first one, which is very simple bath salt recipe. Not consumable like you eat them, consumable like you can use them. Everything I learned about making soap, I learned from the Fight Club. You know, I never saw Fight Club. So, you can make it simple, and there's a couple things you can add to it to make it extra luxurious as well. So, to your Epsom salts and your coarse sea salt, which you can usually get at a drugstore or grocery store, you want to add the dry stuff, so the baking soda. And then you want to add some kind of essential oil for the scent. And optionally, you can also add in things like dried flowers, like dried rose petals, dried lavender, or you can add lemon or orange zest for a nice citrus scent. I exalt. Excuse me. So this is gonna be 1 part baking soda, 2 parts sea salt, 4 parts Epsom salt, and then however much essential oil you'd like. It's gonna vary depending on how much of the other stuff you use. So I would start with like 5 drops, and then you can mix those 5 drops in, and then you can kind of smell it and see if it needs more. Probably wouldn't go more than like 20 drops. That's kind of crazy. And essential oils, you can. It definitely depends on the area. In my area on Ami Planet, you can get them at grocery stores and you can get them at the drugstore. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Then, once that's done, you can mix in your dried lavender or your dried floral stuff, or your lemon zest or your orange zest. You love receiving consumables in mason jars because once you're done with it, you still have a useful mason jar to drink your drinks out of. So that's your bath salts, all right. Next, we have bath bombs. Did you know you can make bath bombs? Another really easy one that I've also done before. If you never used one, bath bombs are something that you drop in the bath and then they kind of fizz up and they explode. And they make the bath really colorful and they smell really nice. Hi, Fuzzy Ducky. So what you're gonna need for this is a mold of some kind, preferably a silicone mold. You can use a silicone ice cube tray mold or a silicone chocolate mold or something like that. Because it's flexible and it's gonna be easy to get your bath bombs out of. Easy to unmold. You can also use, if you don't want to get any of this stuff, you can use a muffin tin that's lined with muffin liners or cupcake liners. And then you can make your bath bombs in there. So these require an ingredient that might be a little bit harder to find called citric acid. So you might have to call around or buy it online. Some places to look at could be Walmart or a bulk food store. The bulk food stores in my area do have citric acid. So that's a place you can look. Oh, thanks for the donation, Guile. Will it be an intermission? So invested, you're so passionate, feel like you can't miss anything. Also, why does one look at Dad with twinkly eyes raised under the mistletoe? Because they're gonna kiss. Yeah, there'll probably be an intermission. I'm probably gonna have to pee soon. You have some. Yeah, you can make it. It's so easy. Oh, there you go. It's in the canning section of hardware stores. There you go. We're not Breaking Bad stuff. It's just bath stuff. So yeah, I was able to find it pretty easily, and I don't live in like a huge, you know, planet or anything like that. So, so the recipe I made one year with my mama is this one. There's 4 ounces of baking soda. Make sure it's baking soda and not baking powder. Baking soda is the kind that you put in your fridge or the kind that you mix with vinegar and make a volcano with. And then you need 2 ounces of cornstarch, 2 ounces of citric acid, 2 ounces. Oh, actually, I converted it here to not ounces. So, half cup of baking soda, 4 tablespoons cornstarch, 4 tablespoons citric acid, 4 tablespoons Epsom salt. Then 1 teaspoon of water, give or take half a teaspoon, depending on. You might need to make it more wet, basically, if it's too dry. And then 10 drops of essential oil. And then you're gonna need 1. I wrote this wrong. It's 1 1/4 teaspoon of olive oil or coconut oil or almond oil. And optionally, you can also add stuff like food coloring and color mica and dried flowers to make it very pretty. Yeah. But you don't have to add. I actually wouldn't recommend adding food coloring or mica because it can be a skin irritant. But if the person you're making it for is not sensitive to that sort of thing, that's probably fine. Essential oil can also be a skin irritant, to be perfectly honest, so... you know, make sure you're familiar, you know, the person you're gifting it to does not have sensitive skin. You got confused by baking powder, baking soda, and bicarb soda. All safe to eat, right? I don't know what bicarbonate soda is. Baking soda and baking powder are safe to eat. When you also turn them blue, you could turn them literally any color you want. And then it will color your bath a little bit. Do not make nitroglycerin your essential oil to make it more bomb. Do not add actual explosives to it. So you're gonna mix all of the dry ingredients together, and then you have to add the wet ingredients very, very slowly. Because, if you add it too quickly, it's gonna activate the chemicals and it's gonna make it fizz up, so that when they put it in the bath, it will end up being a dud. Baking soda is bicarb, baking powder could be different. Baking powder has like cornstarch added or something, maybe. Any advice on how to find out if a giftee has sensitive skin without outright asking them? You should ask them, do you like Lush bath products? And if they say, no, you know, it's too highly scented for me, my skin's too sensitive, they could probably say something like that. If they say, yes, I love it, or no, I haven't, but I'd love to try, then you're probably good to go. Also, if you see them wearing cheap earrings a lot, usually people who have sensitive skin like myself cannot wear earrings made with cheap metal. It irritates their ears. So if you see them wearing like costume jewelry earrings that look like they got them at Claire's, then they probably don't have very sensitive skin. Ayo-yo! Poke them if they say ow, then you know, not quite. Sorry, you're not expecting actual practical advice. Okay, so yeah, mix all the wet ingredients in slowly. You don't want to make it fizz prematurely. And then, yeah, so you add a tiny bit of the oil, tiny bit of the essential oil, tiny bit of the water, then mix, then a tiny bit more, until it's all gone. You don't have to add the entire, you know, teaspoon and a half of water. You want to stop when it's at a wet sand consistency. And then you're gonna pack it into the mold of your choice. Make sure you pack it down really, really, really tight. Like if you're packing brown sugar or a graham cracker crust. Okay? You don't know how to answer if someone asks you that? Well, someone you're considering getting bath products for probably will, I would think. And then you unmold them, usually after about an hour, but sometimes they can, like, crumble when you're taking them out of the mold. If that happens, just press them back in because they need more time to dry. And then once they're out of the mold, you want to let those dry overnight. And then you can gift them to whoever. You can collect your own mica. I think mica comes from like the earth, right? So I guess technically. So the chaos theory explanation from Jurassic Park to them, but with essential oil instead of water. Yeah, that's how you can test if they're too sensitive. I have made my own bath bombs. Yes, I made them together with my mama. We made them in the shape of a gingerbread man. And they were really lovely. And I used some and I gave some as gifts to my friends. Okay. This next one, you guys, I was telling you earlier how I was gonna give you an idea to make a cute custom mug. That's very easy. I've also done this before, okay. Custom mugs. Alright, so if you're, this next whole section is gonna be okay with is gonna be for people who are okay with having to learn a little bit of a new skill, or maybe know a little bit more about crafting. Although this first one is really, really easy mode. So, the hot chocolate idea from earlier. This is a really easy peasy way. I'm sorry for saying easy peasy. Yesterday I said chillax, today it's easy peasy. Oh my god. Oh my god. To make a custom mug, to go with that gift. If you have a steady hand, if you're okay with trying some arts. If you don't have a steady hand, there's an easy version for you to do as well. So you can get any kind of mug. From my understanding, the cheaper mugs are better actually. It's Apparently better to maybe get one from like the dollar store. It'll give a higher chance of it staying on. And then yeah, you just want a blank clean mug. Also, you can check thrift stores. Thrift stores usually have tons of mugs once again, or Walmart or IKEA, something like that, you know. And then you need a marker of one of the following kinds. You need either a Sharpie oil-based marker, or you can get something called a porcelain pen, which is the blue one there. And you can get these at craft stores, maybe even Walmart, you know. You tried mugging someone for Christmas once, they weren't very happy with that somehow. You did not plan them, stop saying that. Start next stream with what's poppin' slime. Wicked cool. Needle King. Our old company logo had a lot of blue dots. Our product manager called the logo lots of dots. The boss didn't like that. The boss was like, no! Our branding. Nothing 5. What does that mean? What is that slang for? Radical, dude. Holy cow. Needle. Hot dog. So yeah. Where was I? Oil-based Sharpie. Porcelain pen. Hi, Alex. Make sure the porcelain pen is dishwasher safe though. So, once your design is drawn, you have to bake the mug in the oven. You have to bake it for 30 minutes at 350 degrees to set the ink. If you don't do that, it will wash off potentially. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention the shower. The bath bomb alternative. Yes, it's called a shower steamer. It's slightly different. You can Google recipes. It's made with similar ingredients. It's quite similar, but it's different quantities. So my mic fell. So yeah, look up shower steamer. That's something that they can put at the bottom of the shower, and it's like aromatherapy. The steam kind of activates the scents, and it all comes up. And Google it, or Google shower aroma disc if you're afraid of googling shower steamer. You're in free chat, but you have some adult responsibility to take care of. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so back to the mugs. You have to bake them at 350 degrees. For 30 minutes. If you don't, the ink will not set. Even if you use a porcelain pen, for example, even if it says it's dishwasher safe, I would still recommend only hand washing these mugs, because dishwashers can be kind of harsh on any kind of dishware, you know. A shower no fun zone. No, don't say that. You want to try that someday if you don't have a bathtub? Yeah, go for it. I've never tried one myself, but they're pretty dang popular. You thought I was unscrewing the shower head and putting red food coloring in there? No. Guys, don't be gross. A lot of mugs with graphics you buy need to be hand washed too. Exactly. So I would only hand wash these, so you can freehand a drawing on it. Or you can use a sticker on the mug, and like this little tutorial I've drawn, you can kind of dot around it, and put a sticker, make dots around it, and then take the sticker off, and then bake that. You can use a heart or a star or a letter sticker if you can find any of those. I'm not familiar with porcelain pens, but I have doubts anything you place on glass like that would be very permanent. You have to bake it so that it like cures onto the glass. I know it seems crazy, but I've done it. Actually, I haven't even done it with the porcelain pen. I did it years and years ago with the oil-based Sharpies, and it worked perfectly. So now I can't guarantee it's gonna last forever, because I don't know. I haven't been using it for like, you know. It's probably still at my parents' house, to be honest. So I don't know what shape it's in now, but it was good for a long time. Make sure you wait until the mug has cooled down. So true. Yeah, don't touch it until it's completely cooled. You could potentially also print something out and then cut it out and kind of tape it on and use that as a template. You just need to fill in the dots where the tape was after you remove it to make sure there's no like gaps. And you want to do the dots really dense nearest to the sticker, and then they should get like sparser and sparser as you go outward for the best effect. And then you bake them, and that's a nice gift on its own, or you can pair it with the hot chocolate. You can put some cookies or chocolate bark in a baggie and put that in the mug. And yeah, a very cute sentimental handmade gift. Why dots? Because you don't want to like color in the whole mug, right? Because that'll just look bad because it'll look streaky. If you want this pattern to show, dots is pretty much the only kind of pattern you can put on it. And it's easy to do. Anyone can do it, even if you're not good at art. You don't really have to have a steady hand to put a dot down, you know? So, it's the best thing to do. If you can think of anything else that might look good, be my guest. But, aside from just hand drawing something on it, I think the sticker and the dots is your best bet. Alright. Next. If you have... Oh, would markers look better than paint? It's not that markers will look better than paint. Well, first of all, paint will probably not bond to the surface of the glass at all. It will probably flake and chip off. Oil paint maybe, but you can't even use normal Sharpies, right? You have to use this very specific kind of marker, else it's gonna wash off. So it's not really about how it looks so much as it is about making sure that it stays on the mug. Hello, Esperanza! You're very cute today, and this is a great chat presentation stream. You sound very smart. I'm so smart about crafts. There's one thing I'm smart about, it's crafts. You could probably do horizontal lines, but then you have to like make a really straight line, and that's just so hard. Alright. So this next one is... Again, we're getting into the more high skill crafty stuff, okay? Just putting that out there. Hi Cloudy! Okay, so... This next one is an idea that I'm actually gonna make it with you guys sometime soon. Actually, these little hand warmers. So it's very, very, very easy. I'll do a stream later on in the month where we make one of these together. We're gonna make a buckle-shaped one. But here's a simple version of it if you can already use a sewing machine or you know how to like hand sew or anything like that. You need some cotton fabric. You need rice. You need a special type of scissors that are called pinking shears. And the reason you need these is because they make this zigzag pattern. And the zigzag pattern prevents the fabric from fraying. Alternatively, if you don't have pinking shears, you can use something called fray check. It's like a liquid that you paint onto the edges of the fabric, and that prevents it from fraying. But I don't know if you can put fray check in the microwave. I would assume it's fine. I would assume it's fine, but I don't know for sure, so proceed with caution. Hello, Azayhara and Salvatore. And yeah, it's a cute crimped little edge. It's adorable. And you'll need a sewing machine or, you know, a needle and thread. So you can use fabric from an old pillowcase or a bedsheet, or you can find fabric at a thrift store. My thrift store usually has fabric. It's best to make sure that it's cotton because some fabrics have plastic in them that could melt in the microwave. So just be careful that you know kind of the contents of the fabric. If you go to the fabric store to get fabric, look for something called fat quarters, which is used for quilting, and it is cotton fabric. Yes, a fat quarter would be enough fabric for this. They're very, very small. How does it warm your hands? So the rice, you heat it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then it stays warm for ages. That's my little kitty heating pad that I have. It's filled with rice, and then you put that in the microwave. And the bag that I had before that also filled with rice, so you can make it yourself. So yeah, look for fat quarters, or you can ask the sewing store lady if there's any cotton or cotton fabric scraps or ends. They're sometimes called that you can get for usually a few bucks. Sometimes at the end of like a bolt of fabric, they won't have enough to really sell. It'll be like an eighth of a yard or something, you know. So You can get those for really, really cheap. The lady at the fabric store is very nice. She will be thrilled to help you. She'll be thrilled that a delightful, handsome young buckle wants to get into sewing, okay? You fill with buckle guts, yeah, which is rice. Did you make that kitty bag? No, that was gifted to me on Throne, actually. It smells like lavender. It's very lovely. There's some hand warmers that use the same principle as rechargeable batteries. Sure, these ones are definitely more old school. Yeah, the ones you're talking about you would not be able to DIY. So, you want to take your fabric and you want to cut a square that's 4 by 4 inches. You can use your pinking shears or you can finish the edges with fray check. And then, you want to place the fabric wrong sides together. So normally when you're sewing, you place the things right sides together because you end up flipping it inside out. And that puts the seams on the inside. But this one is very simple. You're just gonna put it right sides together. So the side, the dull side or the side without the pattern will be facing each other. If your fabric doesn't have a wrong side, some don't, then you don't have to worry about it. I wonder how you get the fragrance in. I don't know how they infused it with fragrance. Maybe there's like lavender flowers in it. Hello, Astria. Can I ask for the pink or purple color too? Well, you know, beggars can't be choosers, okay? As long as it's a cute fabric, it'll be cute for it. It's just a little hand warmer, you know. So then you want to sew around all the edges and you want to leave around 2 inches open on one side so that you can put the rice in. And then, add the rice so that's not too full because you still have to sew the hole shut, especially if you're using a machine. So don't put too much in there. And then you want to stitch it, or you want to machine stitch it or hand stitch it shut. And then these can be microwaved for 20 seconds or 30 seconds. And then you can do stuff like, you just hold them and they warm your hands. You can put them in your coat pockets before you go out. Just heat them up before you go out for the day. Put in your coat pocket and that'll last for a little while. Probably about half an hour. And hold on. I have more notes. For some reason they got cut off. You want to say it's pretty on the inside? Well, I mean, the wrong side of fabric is still pretty, you know. It just has a different use. So yeah, for this one, if you want to use a hand stitch, I would recommend using a stitch called a half back stitch. Half back stitch. It's a very, very secure stitch and it will not allow any of the rice to get out. Yeah. It will also apparently work with dried beans, says Job. I wouldn't recommend dried beans for something this small. It's gonna be hard to put back under your sewing machine. You're really gonna probably want something like rice and you're probably gonna want to pin it. Is that where you double back? No, you double back with any kind of... Oh! The half... Yes, the half back stitch, you double back halfway into the previous stitch. If you Google half back stitch, there should be lots of diagrams. It's very, very simple. Popcorn will probably pop. Alright. Next. If you want to make a foray into the world of knitting, but you don't want to buy a bunch of knitting equipment and knitting needles, there's something you can do called arm knitting. It's very easy, and you use your arms themselves as the knitting needles. Oh, does the type of rice influence anything? I don't think so. My previous magic bag had brown rice, and then the buckle bag I made had like short grain, like sushi kind of rice. so I don't think it matters. You have to buy an arm now. You have an arm. So yeah, this you don't have to buy a ton of supplies. You need some really, really chunky yarn. And this is to compensate for the large holes that it creates because you're using your arms, right? So there's gotta be quite large holes in between the knitting. And then it's also very forgiving because of the size of the yarn. If you make a mistake, it's gonna be a little bit harder to see. Hi Pink Dragon. Yeah, you guys have 6. Yeah. Because it's such a thick yarn. And the end result is really beautiful, and your mom or your sister would definitely love one of these. And This one is hard for me to explain with like a drawing. Because it requires, I think it really requires like photos or a diagram or even a video. But if you know a little bit about knitting, you can make it super quick. And if you don't know about knitting, you can also make it pretty easily, I think. So for this one, for the tutorial, I have some linked in the description. There's a video and there's like a picture tutorial as well, if you want to try it. I have another version of this scarf that's much easier, by the way, and then one that's even further easier. So if you're scared of knitting, just stay tuned. Yarn you can get at the craft store. It can be a little bit pricey. Whenever I need yarn for a project, I usually check the thrift store because there's usually skeins and skeins and skeins of yarn. There's so much yarn at my thrift stores. It's crazy. Whether you can find the exact chunky yarn you need though would be up in the air in that case. You can already imagine Buckles getting tangled in the yarn like a cat. So true, you guys will probably go right through those holes. And the end result is a really cute looking braided scarf. So yes, I have tutorials linked for that in the description. But if that seems too challenging for you, I think I have to pee. I've been talking non-stop. I think I have to take a bathroom break. I'm just so excited, you guys. I'll be right back. Please be DIY Martha's Torts while I'm gone, okay? Amiya! Thank you guys for waiting. I rushed back here. My mind is racing. Thank you guys so much for being Martha's Store. Thank you, Turbo, for the 17 months. Thank you so much. And thank you, Gento and Red Ranger and Nolan for the blue super chats. I forgot to tell you guys something. This is an infinity scarf, which means it's a loop. So it doesn't have loose ends like a normal scarf. I rushed through that way too fast. I'm so sorry, Turbo. Thank you so much for the 17 months. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. I should not have rushed through that. I'm sorry. Bubbly. Okay. So it's a loop. So you pull it on over your head. All right. Easier one. If you're scared of knitting, but you can sew a single line of stitching, this tutorial is gonna suit you much better. It's very, very easy. You need a yard of a fabric called jersey knit fabric. And then you're gonna need matching thread, and you're gonna need scissors, and a sewing machine, and measuring tape. So this one's very easy. It's good for this type of application because jersey knit, you know how I was describing the heating pad things earlier? They're made from cotton, which is a woven fabric, so that's gonna fray when you cut it. But jersey knit is not woven, it's a knit fabric. So that does not fray when you cut it. So you don't have to finish the edges of this type of fabric. If you look at this like t-shirt arm here, you can kind of like pull at the edges of the fabric and it will roll over on itself, and it will even hide the raw edge. But the raw edge does not look unsightly in the slightest. Hi, thanks for the 9 months. You should probably learn how to knit again. I think arm knitting is a good way to start. Very, very simple. So you're gonna want to fold your fabric in half, and you're gonna want to measure out 28 inches by 20. Do not cut this folded edge, okay? Because we want a long strip. And then you're going to fold it the opposite way, right sides together. And then you're gonna do a stitch along here. If your fabric is really, really stretchy, it might be a little bit tough to sew. Oh, by the way, you want to leave around a 1/4 inch of fabric on the other side of the stitch. But it can be difficult to sew if it's very, very stretchy. So try and use one with not that much stretch. You can also use one of these stitches that your sewing machine probably has if you have access to a sewing machine. These are stitches specifically for stretchy fabric, so it'll allow them to still stretch, and it won't be kind of pulled flat under your presser foot. But otherwise, just make sure your fabric isn't super, super stretchy. How long would a beginner take to knit a scarf? With the arm knitting method, apparently it takes like half an hour, so they say. Hi, Dino Slay. So yeah, and then just stretch the raw edges a little bit, and then it'll roll under onto itself, and then it can be looped around your neck, and it's a scarf. It looks like this. So even easier mode. Wait, it's on the same page actually. Even easier mode. Okay, get your fabric, cut it the exact same way, but instead of stitching it, there is a product that you can buy called iron-on adhesive, and it comes in strips like tape. So you can get this at fabric stores or craft stores and Walmart. Zigzag stitches can also be used to pseudo overlock raw edges if you do have fabric that frays. It doesn't look as, you know, nice and tidy as an overlocked edge, but yes, you can. And it's also very difficult to get it up to the very edge. If you have fabric glue, could you use that? You could try it. I don't know though. Fabric glue gets a little bit stiff when it's dry. I would recommend the adhesive tape. So, you iron it on to the right side of the fabric, and then you peel off the paper backing, and then you fold the fabric back onto it, and then you iron that edge on. The temperature of your iron and how long you're ironing it depends on the tape you use, so it'll come with directions, so just read those. And then wait for that to cool, and you'll have a bond. And you should be able to still have a very strong bond with this. It's fabric iron-on adhesive. It's meant for this sort of application. Probably, again, don't use too much of a stretchy fabric, because if it's too stretchy, then when they stretch at it, it's gonna pull away. You should try this with Ron. Who's Ron? Iron it on with Aaron, who earned an iron urn. I said that's so perfect. Stronger than the bond Amiya buckles have? No, there's nothing stronger on this planet. So that's the even easier mode. Okay. Next. This is a section for the artistes, or for people who know artists and want to make a nice gift for them. Hi, Leon! So, if you love to draw, drawings are an excellent thing to give as a gift. My best friend is an amazing artist, and she makes hand-drawn stuff for me for gifts all the time. And I would be very devastated, actually, if she stopped doing that. So if you think people don't appreciate art as a gift, it's not true, okay? People do really, really love getting art. So if you're an artist, consider doing that. Something really simple you can make if you like drawing is a zine. I have made a zine for you guys before that you could print out and fold up yourself. So basically, it's a single sheet of paper, and then you fold it in this very specific way. You draw back and a front cover, and then you put all the contents inside. So the one I made for you guys is this one, the Tiny Ami zine. And here's what it looks like when it's you know, unfolded. Here's the front cover and the back cover, and then all the pages. This tutorial will tell you how to lay out your pages. So you want to have your first page here, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and it tells you how to cut and fold it as well. Very easy to make. You can fill it with anything you'd like. You can put drawings of flowers with like little one-sentence poems under it. You can put some drawings of your favorite memories with the person you're giving it to. If you have a friend who likes mushrooms, you can draw different kinds of mushrooms. If you have a, you know, friend who likes bugs, draw some bugs. Same thing. If you like to cook, draw some little recipes. Write some little recipes and draw a little doodle of a cookie or whatever in the corner. Doesn't have to be drawings. You can write stuff in it too, you know. You still have your Ami zine standing somewhere watching. Good ideas, right? Put your favorite VTuber in it. Give them the Tiny Ami zine. So it's so easy to make. It can even be used. It can be used as a gift on its own, of course, and it can also be used as like a card to give to someone. So yeah, a very, very cute idea. I think. I mean, I hope you guys liked getting the zine. If you did, if you made it, I hope you guys liked it. I think it's a fun and creative thing to do. Doesn't have to be art related either. You can write stuff in it too. You can draw the burnt broccoli. Spread the word of Tiny Ami. Yeah, spread the Tiny Ami gospel. Hey mom, my gift is a picture of my other spider mom. You need to make that. Yes, it would be so great. Or you can another thing you can do if you're into like watercolor or something like that, because you have to paint watercolor on watercolor paper, and this would be like printer paper. You could always do some little watercolor paintings on a different kind of paper, cut it out, and then kind of glue that into the zine, and that works as well. There's lots and lots of options. You can like Google zines for inspiration, but it could be a fun little book of memories that you have with your loved one. You know, very, very sweet idea. I think. I would be thrilled to receive a handmade zine, but maybe I'm weird. Okay. Next one for the artist in your life. Okay, it can be a sketchbook or it can be a journal. This is easy to do. Even if you're new to it, I think you should be able to do it. You can bind them a cute sketchbook or a journal. So I did my first bookbinding project when I was in junior high school art class. So it's definitely very simple. If I could do it then, you guys can do it. And it can look super neat and clean as long as you measure things really well. So you're gonna need paper for the inside. So printer paper, white printer paper is fine for this. And then you want some thicker decorative paper or cardstock for the outside cover. So you can get that at craft stores or stationery stores, potentially even at dollar stores. It's something you've been wanting to try for a while. It's very, very simple and requires very few things. Construction paper, I would think, is a little bit delicate. I would use something a little bit stronger. Construction paper tears very, very easily. So you will need that, and you will need embroidery thread, or you can use waxed dental floss, just not the minty kind. Well, I guess minty kind is fine as long as you're okay with it smelling like mint. You know what? Since the materials though are very, very cheap for this, if you want to try construction paper, go ahead and do it because it's printer paper and construction paper and some thread and a needle. Like you can try again, you know, if it doesn't work out, you can try lots of different things. So, no, it could be nice to use mint. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Do it. I think it's fine. But I recommend embroidery thread because it comes in lots of different colors and you can get it at craft stores, Walmart, dollar store. And you're gonna need a large-eyed sewing needle. The eye of the needle needs to be large so you can put the embroidery thread or the dental floss through. So what you have to do... Oh, and you need a ruler and scissors and like a pencil. So, a very, very simple one where you don't have to make multiple fly leaves, which are like the paper inserts. If you want to make a bigger book, you'll have multiple fly leaves. This one just has one. Also, I kind of followed a guide for this one as well from Food 52. The link to that tutorial is in the description. Very, very easy to follow. So, you want to keep the page count low. 12 pages plus the cover is perfect. So you can take 3 sheets of paper, cut those in half, and it'll of course be a smaller book. And then you want to fold those pieces perfectly in half, which is this step. Make sure you fold them individually because you want the fold to be perfect. Okay, you want to line it up as closely as possible to being a perfect fold. And you want to do that with all of your sheets. And then you're gonna use a pencil and a ruler to mark where the holes are going to go along the spine. So you want to have 6 holes that are evenly spaced. So just, you know, measure how long your paper is, divide that by whatever math you need to do. I don't know. I don't know what kind of math. Divide it by 6, divide it by... No, not 6. It will have to be 8. I don't know. Just get 6 dots in there. Make sure 2 are not on the edge. Like this picture. And then, so you want to mark that with pencil. Hi Phantom Ninja. You'll watch the VOD later. I think there's lots of good info in here. 7 segments, 6 holes in between. Thank you so much. Yes, sure. Yeah, the Donkey Kong Jr. math did not help very much. Yeah, and then you want to use your needle to make the holes where you've marked. So just very carefully pierce your needle through the paper where all the holes are. You can do this individually. I probably would do it individually just to make sure they're all in the exact same place. Measure each sheet individually and poke all the holes individually. Otherwise, you might have some variance in where the holes are, but probably wouldn't matter too much, but I would do that because I'm a perfectionist. Hi, yay! I think Amiya would be shy answering if you had questions later. Absolutely. If you guys have questions, if you're watching the VOD and you have questions, feel free to comment. I read all my comments, and if you have a question, I will always respond, okay? Where was I? Oh yeah, then you have to cut your cover to size. So you can cut it the same size as the inside paper, or you can cut it a little bit larger to have a little bit lip around, like this person does. And then I would say maybe a 1/4 inch larger than the paper that's inside, or 1/8 of an inch, you know. Probably 1/8 of an inch since it's really small. Can you get a hug? Yeah, you guys can have a hug. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I'm going nuts though. I'm just so excited about craft. Okay, so a little bit. Then you want to bind your book. So you're going to want to place your unfolded paper in the middle of your unfolded cover. use some binder clips or paper clips or something like that to hold it in place while you sew. This sewing is really, really easy. You just make a big knot on one end. Go in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Start on the inside of the book. And then you will also be ending on the inside of the book. Pull it tight, but not too tight when you rip the paper. And then knot the other end as close as possible to the paper to secure it. You can always try again, okay? You can always cut the thread, pull it out gently, and then try again if you don't like it. If you think you could have gotten the knot a little bit closer, if it's a bit too loose for you. Okay? So you should start on the inside of the book and end on the inside of the book. Alright? Alright? Alright, alright, alright. And then your little DIY journal or sketchbook or whatever that you want to give to someone is done. Again, you could put your own art in this and give it to someone. You could make like a flip book. It's not that many pages though, so probably not. I would probably give it to someone to use as like a journal or a just a little notebook or a little sketchbook. Very cute. Okay. This last one is kind of out there. Kind of a big project, okay? Sentimental gifts. So, one thing that the thrift store is really great for is frames. Frames of art and frames of photos. You can absolutely just get a small frame and put a nice photo inside, you know, of you and your loved one. Or you can do a really easy and fun project that will help your loved one display some other nice photos and keepsakes. Hi Yuki! So, this is a framed cork board. It's very easy. Get a decent looking frame from the thrift store. Not something too big because you want to make sure your sheet of cork can fit inside. So probably get the sheet of cork first so that you know the dimensions of it. And then, you can find the cork sheets at hardware stores, craft stores, and even Walmart, depending on your area. And then you just have to cut it to size, and just slide it inside the frame, the same as you would a photo. Your mom did one of these for you with a bunch of old tickets, photos from a vacation. Yes, so that's part of the suggestion as well. You can give it as a gift to them, or you can preload it up with photos, notes, ticket stubs, whatever, you know. I think it would be a very, very sweet gift for a parent. You know, I think a mom would love this very, very much. Photos and frames, what will they think of next? Wow! the serial DIYer. Oh yeah, that sounds so ominous. So yeah, you can put that inside, and then next part is optional, but you can check out Walmart or the dollar store office supply section. You can get some cute push pins. You can put some photos on there to get them started. You can tie some embroidery thread around 2 push pins and use some clothespins to hang photos along that. Or you can secure some binder clips in place with the push pins, and you can pin the photos inside of the binder clips. That's what I do with my I have pin boards behind my computer here, and I have heart-shaped push pins, and I have pink binder clips to clip all my letters and my art and stuff you guys sent me. Loving the frame corkboard idea. It's cute, right? Add some red string connecting the thumbtacks to show you really care. Isn't that what you would do if you're like a cop trying to corner a killer? Your spider mom would really love this gift. Yeah, what else? Oh, if you can't find cork sheets, there's an alternate version of this you could do. So you want a medium-sized mesh chicken wire, which you can get at hardware stores. You won't need the cardboard backing for the frame, but you will need a staple gun, so you can secure the chicken wire onto the back. And then if the frame is not so nice looking, you can always spray paint it before, you know, adding the cork or before putting the chicken wire on. And then this one you can just use decorative clothespins to put photos and keepsakes and stuff. It's not an Ami collage. I'm investigating the destruction of Buckophia. Yeah, I feel like that would look like a freaking detective. If it's wood, you could stain it. A lot of them are plastic, so you might have to paint it. If you want to spray paint a plastic frame, make sure you get spray paint that binds the plastic. You can purchase that. It does exist. All roads lead back to Pepe Sylvia. Who the heck is that? Krylon brand is one that will bind the plastic, yeah. You might need a couple coats, but yeah, you can definitely do that. So if you want to go the super lazy route, my pinboards that I got on my wall, I got from the dollar store. They're quite small, maybe about 15 by 15 inches, something like that. And these ones I have that are made with fabric, and you can hang them up. Walmart probably has similar stuff, maybe even IKEA. Get one of those, grab some cute decorative push pins, and load that up with photos. Sentimental photos. And your mom would really like it. Hello, Ruts. She knows her audience well. I try. The man behind it all. Behind what all? You can dye plastic too? Is that a thing? Probably. You know, you can get polyester fabric dye. I bet that dye is plastic because polyester is like plastic. You got boxes full of Pepe Sylvia. What the heck are you guys talking about? Takes a mom to know a mom, a spider mom, you know. I'm not actually a mom, but I'm like an honorary mom at heart, okay? Alright, and in the next section are a bunch of miscellaneous ideas that I thought were really cute, that I did not have time to put instructions for, but you can look them up if it's something you're interested in. You can thrift a very cute teacup from the thrift store, and then you can get some wax candle pellets from the craft store, get a wick, and then you can add melted Crayola crayons for pigment, and you can add fragrance oils as well. Don't use essential oils in your candle because it'll mess up the composition. Okay, you have to put fragrance oil specifically if you want to add a scent. And then you just pour it and you put your wick in, and you got a cute little teacup candle. Hi, Chicken Bone. Crayons, Stacy tea. It's not tea, it's a candle. Homemade beeswax wrap. So it is, you can use a thrifted or a new or a handmade dish towel, and you put wax pellets on top, and you spread it out. You melt the wax pellets onto it in the oven, and then you take a brush and you spread the wax on, and then this is like reusable cling wrap. And honeycomb. People like honeycomb. I don't. But people do. It's very easy to make. You can dip it in chocolate. Yum yum. Homemade marshmallows are so delicious. That would go really great with the hot chocolate gift. And making recycled paper is very easy. So look into that if that's something you're interested in. Beeswax cloth is a neat and handy gift. It is. It's actually very handy. You can use it to wrap up fruit. Because, you know, it's fine to touch the food. You can use it to wrap up bowls of leftovers, stuff like that. There's some decadent looking marshmallows. Yeah, I picked a picture of the fanciest ones I could find. You can just make normal marshmallows. Okay, and the last section of this, I have some combos. So for the previous gifts, I have curated some of them and put them together. For, you know, if you have a very specific type of person in your life that you're looking for a gift idea for, you can look at these, okay? Homemade marshmallows, I think they're a lot fluffier. They're a lot, like, stickier. And usually flavored, I think. What would you do with the recycled paper? The recycled paper you could give alone as it is if you know someone who likes scrapbooking, or if you know someone who likes art, or you can use that in combination with the book binding from earlier, and you can make a little journal or a sketchbook. So, gift combos. if you know someone who likes to take fancy baths... Archangel, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you for all the great ideas, Ami. I hope it's actually helpful. I really hope. So yeah, if you're someone who likes taking fancy baths, I recommend the bath salts plus bath bomb combo plus teacup candle. You can also give them the hot chocolate. Who doesn't want to drink hot chocolate in the bath? Okay, a bath with some delicious hot chocolate. I do love fancy baths. Or you can combine these with a bottle of wine if you don't mind buying a bottle of wine, you know. I do love my fancy baths. I was gonna take a bath a couple mornings ago and then I totally forgot. Okay. Then we have the Cozy Night Reading Pack. So you can thrift a book from the thrift store, preferably something that does not look as beat up as this, but I think it's fine if it does. Cozy Night with Stephen King's Misery, the coziest novel. Hi, Peter! And then you can have the hot chocolate one. Either this one or the one with the mug and the mix. And then the hand warmer. To keep them warm, cozy while they're reading, right? For the food lover in your life, I recommend the chocolate bark, the cookie mix, and the finishing salt. Put it all together. Put it all together in one lovely package. If you have a sentimental person that you like to give a gift to, a thrifted frame plus a nice photo. The custom zine and the hand-drawn or a hand-dotted mug is a good combination. For the artistic person, if you know an artist, I recommend the cookie kit with the cookie cutters, the mini sketchbook, and a nice scarf. And gift wrapping. One more important thing, okay? I searched gift wrapping on Internet Archive and I have so many books about gift wrapping you can borrow, and they're so stinking cute. So if you want a way to finish off your lovely gifts, you can check out Archive. This is not an ad, okay? I just love Archive. And you can search gift wrapping and you can go to the lending library and there's all kinds of books on how to wrap your gifts in a really, really pretty way. Hi, Brielle! Yeah, I just thought I'd add that because I was looking at them. Earlier. I was freaking out. I was like, this is so much info! It's so cute! And that concludes my presentation. What do you guys think? Helpful? Helpful? Easy enough? Fun? Just like hearing me nerd out. Good. I told you guys I know my stuff, okay? Very mom stream, yeah. Helpful and enjoyable, yay! Lots of neat ideas. And you love hearing me nerd out. Remember to donate to Internet Archive when you can. Absolutely. And what is this? Your girl power is strong in me. Oh yeah, my dream. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, comment and I will reply and I will answer them for you, okay? And if you run into any troubles while making any of these, okay, tell me. And I'll help you. So I had a dream. I had a phone doctor's appointment this morning, which I have to go soon actually because I have to go to the pharmacy tonight before it closes. But so yeah, I had a phone appointment this morning, but before I woke up to do it, I dreamt that the secretary at my doctor's office came to my web and like she told me the appointment was canceled and that was gonna be December 28th instead. And I was like, okay, what time? And then she said like 10. And then I was like, okay, so December 28th at 10. And she was like, it's 9:30. And I was like, so is it 10 or 9:30? And she's like, it's 10:30. And I'm like, so is it 10:30? What, can you just tell me the time? And she's like, it's 9:15. And she just never like gave me a clear answer on when the appointment was. And then she dug her long fingernails into my arm. And then after that, I went for a drive down the highway. I went for a drive down the highway in the dream, and I saw like a cavalry, like a gang of like people dressed as Cenobites from Hellraiser. I'm a very anxious person, yes. Cenobites from Hellraiser. Some of them were in the bed of trucks. Some of them were on top of the trucks, just like standing there, like with their hands out, like Jesus, you know. And then there was like at least 9 of them, and I really didn't want them to see me for some reason. So you know what? I think I had this dream. I had one of those melatonin gummies last night. I think it gave me crazy dreams. But anyway, there was like 9 of them, so I didn't want them to see me. So I like ducked down in my seat, but then I couldn't see to drive anymore because I was ducked down too far. And then I couldn't see what I was doing, so I like flipped off of a bridge, and then my car caught fire, and then it went into the water, and then the water squelched the fire in my car. I was upside down, and then and then I woke up from my appointment. Hi, Bippa, I'm winning. At least you did a flip. It was scary. It was so scary. And then I woke up, and for like a brief moment when I woke up, I was like, oh, my doctor's appointment's canceled. And I was like, no, wait. No, wait. No. That was a dream. So much crazy stuff happened. Hi, Suguman and Danny. It quenched the fire. It quenched not squelched it. But what does it mean? Probably I was anxious about missing my appointment, and also I like Cenobites. Well, I guess I don't, because I didn't want them to see me. I was scared of them seeing me so much that I got into a car accident. Yum, yum, yum. Well, I hope that was helpful, or interesting, or cute, or something for you guys. Well, my eyes just went crazy. Fact or fiction? That's a normal reaction to Cenobites. They weren't real though. I knew they were just people in costumes. These guys shoot CDs at me. There was a bin head. Oh, and then I started turning into bin head, and pins started coming from my chest, and they were getting like caught in my sweater. I think that's why I didn't want them to see me, because I think they were turning me into a bin head. Scary. Yeah. Anyway, freaky, right? Freaky. It wasn't like a scary dream though. I woke up and I was like, oh, my appointment was canceled. I wasn't like unsettled. Usually when I have nightmares, it leaves me unsettled for like the whole day. So yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Anyway, I have to head off early today, you guys, because I have to go to the pharmacy before it closes to pick up a prescription. So this stream ended up being the exact length I wanted it to be, pretty much. So that's perfect. So thank you guys so much for coming. Sorry that is shorter, but
Amiya Aranha.
I do have Asthma tomorrow. Double stream to make up for it. Matthew, thank you for the 4 months. Thanks for the lovely and helpful presentation. Thank you guys for enjoying it. Yeah, it's all according to Kikak. Thanks for the stream. You guys are so welcome. I will see you tomorrow for Cave Mia Azmer, or for Dino Crisis. If you're not into Azmer, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. Yeah, it gives you time to think about the craft and stuff. Again, if you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments, or you can at me on Twitter or whatever, and I will answer them for you, okay? But I'm gonna head off now to go to the pharmacy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to all the regulars and irregulars and everyone who stopped by for the first time. Thank you so much for giving me a chance. I hope it wasn't boring or lame or stupid. Thank you so much to all of the VOD watchers and VOD commenters and the chatters and lurkers. And thank you so much to everybody who joined the membership, renewed the membership, gifted memberships, and donated today. Appreciate you guys very much. And I will see you tomorrow for Keep Me a Asmer, or later that day for Dino Crisis. Okay. Thank you. Happy crafting. お疲れ様や。おやすみや。Bye bye.